Unexpected situations can always occur when traveling in a car, be it on the road or on a trip round the North Loop of the Nurburgring. For the protection of all passengers, please heed the following instructions. Superfluous clothing and other objects should be safely stowed in the boot. An optimal sitting position is required so that you are always in control of the vehicle. Optimal means that you remain firmly seated during all steering maneuvers. On the North Loop, the German Highway Code is applicable. This means that the wearing of seat belts is mandatory for all passengers, including those in the back seats. While driving on the North Loop with a motorcycle, the following rules apply. Complete protective clothing, including biker boots, gloves, crash helmet with visor. Motorcyclists without adequate protective clothing, that is, wearing jeans, normal trousers, trainers or normal shoes, will not be admitted. Your crash helmet and visor must be safely closed during the ride. Employees of the Nurburgring company are instructed to refuse permission to drive around the North Loop to motorcyclists without adequate protection. Local inhabitants live near the North Loop. They are entitled to their basic environmental rights. The employees of the Nurburgring company, therefore, and also the police, measure noise levels on a random basis. Our employees have been schooled to record the noise level, and only calibrated instruments are used. All vehicles which produce a sound ranging higher than 95 decibels will be refused entrance to the North Loop. The condition of the vehicle with regard to the German technical regulations and registration regulations may be inspected by the police and the MOT authorities. Vehicles which do not fulfill said requirements will be refused admittance to the North Loop, and further official consequences are also possible. The Highway Code for normal German road usage also applies to the North Loop, and therefore overtaking on the right is forbidden. The overtaking of slower vehicles is only allowed on the left, and all requirements for safe overtaking must be followed. For further clarification, overtaking on the right-hand side is not in accordance with the Highway Code and is therefore not permitted. These regulations apply as in normal road usage and of course to the drivers of all categories of vehicles. Overtaking on the right-hand side is considered one of the main dangers of tourist traffic on the North Loop. I repeat, all rules of the Highway Code apply to tourist traffic on the North Loop. Foremost, overtaking on the right is forbidden. It is only permitted on the left. Employees of the Nurburgring Company Track Safety Team and the Nurburgring Marshals check compliance with the Highway Code on the North Loop. Drivers who do not comply with the code and therefore endanger other participants will be banned from driving round the North Loop. Beware! Always take into account that you may encounter slower or stationary vehicles on the track. There is also the possibility that track safety vehicles, towing trucks or buses are underway. In this case, the rules of the Highway Code are also applicable. For your safety and protection, special track safety vehicles are en route to cordon off scenes of accidents or breakdowns. These vehicles should be dealt with as normal road users, except when the yellow lights are flashing. In this case, overtaking is absolutely prohibited. Reduce speed and remain behind the track safety vehicle. This rule applies to all drivers. In the case of a breakdown or accident, all the rules of the Highway Code apply. First and foremost is the safety of the individual. All passengers should get out of the car and seek safety behind the crash barriers. You must cordon off the danger zone. Set up the warning triangle in a suitable place and warn other drivers by using unambiguous hand signals. Call the Nurburgring employees and they will provide the necessary assistance. To warn you of danger zones as early and as clearly as possible, the track safety officials will use a yellow flag. When you see this flag, reduce speed after looking in your rear-view mirror and be ready to brake. Absolutely no overtaking in this situation. Follow the signals and instructions of the track safety officials. Bypass the danger zone, keeping your distance and at a speed appropriate to the situation. Accidents and breakdowns often cause a loss or leakage of fuel, oil, coolants, etc., through which the track may become very slippery. This increases the hazard of accidents to a high degree, especially for motorcyclists. If your vehicle is leaking, stop immediately in a safe place and warn oncoming vehicles. Call the track safety team and they will provide the necessary countermeasures. The loss or leakage of the aforementioned fluids increases the danger of accidents. If you see signs of fuel loss on the track, please inform the track safety team and warn oncoming vehicles. If you see a yellow and red flag, reduce speed and follow the signals and instructions of the officials. No overtaking under any circumstances. According to the Highway Code, all those involved in an accident are obliged to stop immediately, to secure the scene of the accident as required, to ascertain the effects of the accident, and above all to help those injured. This also applies to the North Loop, even if you are only witness to an accident. The Nurburgring company has its own emergency number in the case of breakdowns and accidents. We recommend that you record this number in your mobile telephone before you start. Thank you for your attention.